Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam!
Oh, indeed. Light the beam on another Friday edition of the Sports Cave with Biggest Puma. Don't get used to these Friday editions because I don't know if I'm speaking for the whole program or just myself, but kind of sucks fighting 5 o'clock traffic on a Friday trying to get to our location of recording. But alas, we are here for one more show this week. 27 days now away from the first round of the NFL draft. We once again find ourselves here in the room, the friendly confines, all together again. The adventure or the expedition for a tight hour. Today is going to be the day because I'm not. Duke tips off at 6:10, and it is 4:41 right now.
So you trying to be downtown by 6:10? You know that's not going to happen.
We're going to move things along today. We do have a lot to get to because, of course, it was...
If you left in 30 minutes, you wouldn't get downtown.
Don't ruin my... I already know I'm going to be listening to the first 8 minutes of the game on the radio in the car.
You just got to bother LG and just, watch the first half here.
Well, I would, but LG actually has a early morning wake-up call tomorrow. Another reason... We are attempting once again for a tightest of hours. No, we've got a lot to get to. It was MLB opening night, of course, Wednesday, and then opening day yesterday. The Rangers and Astros seasons are both already over.
It's done? It's done.
0-162 for both of them.
Bro.
They both lost yesterday.
They pooped the bed.
But with baseball back in our lives... It means a certain segment will be
don't tease them.
Returning to the program.
The people's favorite segment.
Yeah, it's certainly you're not. I say it every time we mention the Yankees. There's way more of y'all out there than I realize.
Yeah,
I don't understand it. How you're born and raised in Texas, not you, but the generic you, the universal you. How someone is
royal we
born and raised on the West Side and is a diehard Yankee fan since birth. I don't get it, but with baseball back, we will get a Yankee minute from the cap. Of course, we're going to hit some what I watched, talk about the Sweet 16 games from last night, preview a little bit. Speaking of the Duke game, preview some of the games tonight. I think we're going to get a lot better games tonight than we did last.
We got one, but I mean that Arkansas and
that was embarrassing.
Houston game, man, that was like just coming out flat after the halftime.
And Arizona's really good. I think we'll talk about that in a second. Yeah. But yeah, the first window of games last night was where the entertainment unfortunately ended, but we'll talk about that here in a minute. Main Seggy, we didn't preview a lot of baseball talk going into opening day, but I've got some MLB odds for this upcoming season, some divisional odds, some World Series odds. I'll ask you this right now. If I give you the Dodgers or the field, Dodgers to three-peat, or any other team to win the World Series.
Man, knowing baseball where anything can happen, injuries.
That's what we said last year.
Someone can get hot. It's so easy just to be like, I want the field.
It's very Tiger versus the field and Tiger's prime. Another guy who's in the headlines today. I think
got that on the way over here, and I was like, Anyway, but yeah, so... I'd say it's a coin flip, man.
So you say it's a coin flip. Vegas says it's not even close.
It's LA.
We'll get to that in the main segment. Speaking of Tiger, we got some, we're going to do Tiger talk in the lightning round. LG, I sent you a tweet from good buddy RJ Marquez, KSAC reporter. I guess he's actually a what's it called? The when you're actually at the news desk, you're not a reporter, anchor.
You're anchor,
He's an
yeah.
anchor now. Good dude, RJ. He put out some. There's few things I love in life more than a good stadium rendering, because it's always, like when they released the original rendering for what became the new Rangers Stadium, it didn't look nearly as much like a hay barn as it ended up looking like. But the Missions yesterday released their first renderings of what the new stadium downtown is going to look like. So we'll get to that in the lightning round. And then I don't know if you didn't call for the baton.
I didn't call it for the baton, but I did send some through the proper channels.
Well, we'll see about that when we get to lightning round. And then we'll close it out with some today in sports history. Got some Yankees related sports history.
Hey.
I pulled just for you, as well as another random baseball player from our childhood that I completely forgot how accomplished he. Not a Hall of Famer accomplished, but a name.
Just like I had a hot year or two.
1,000. That's exactly what it was. Exactly what it was. So we'll get to that in today in sports. But on this National Paella Day, I know LG loves a good paella. LG and I have eaten paella
Is that the
together.
little fruit? That little tiny red fruit?
No, paella is a Spanish dish. It's the rice that's cooked in the big paella dish.
So I was way off.
Yeah, you're pretty off. It's usually more.
Yeah, it's rice and meat, man.
Yeah, there's usually more shrimp and sausage involved than fruit in a good paella. We just had the
papaya.
papaya. Yeah, there you go. That's the fruit. We just had the paella festival a couple weekends ago, or maybe that was last weekend. But either way, LG, before we go any further, tell the good people how they can help support the program.
You can help support by subscribing to this damn thing. Right
Hey, I
here.
saw that reel you put out of, did you notice the most viewed thing I think we have on the YouTube page now
Yep.
is a thumbnail of you and Carl. I'm not even in the goddamn thing.
You are. You're in there.
The thumbnail, though, is Cap sitting there like real captivated by what Carl's
I'm like
saying.
sitting here thinking, because he was throwing out so many stats. I'm
It's
just
great.
like mathing in my head, and I'm like, God.
Well, yeah, if you're a subscriber to this thing, you probably saw that come up on your shorts feed where we should be uploading all of our shorts because we got subscribers out of that
We
as well.
did. That's
Yes.
what I was going to say. I saw-
Sportscave.live on mostly everything.
Yeah, but on YouTube especially because that's where it makes the most difference. And you could also jump
can't
into the
figure it
super
out.
chat here and chat with us. And Greg's up in here and wants to know if you've tried that Ice 44 yet, Cap. No, he hasn't even
I sipped your
touched
drink. I sipped your drink, but like it's hot. It's hot outside. I can't be drinking vodka.
Yeah, that's a hard sell. Speaking of ice, we do have. I want to get into a little bit of the Iceman versus Caleb Williams. We'll get into that in Spurs notes because
Fingernails ain't getting the name.
no, and Skip Bayless has gotten involved now, and he's getting direct responses from Caleb Williams on social media. So we'll get into that in Spurs notes. But yeah, as LG said, if you aren't subscribed to the YouTube channel, it's absolutely free. Will never cost you a penny, and it
Just
goes.
click the button, damn it.
It goes. Have y'all taken anybody's phones lately?
It's been a minute, man.
So Steph,
But I have been catching some people who are generally interested. And I'm like, yeah, we do a sports podcast. And they look it up, and I think we got a couple subscribers doing that.
it's good guerrilla marketing. The other night we were out at a bar, and the bartender didn't see us walk in together. He just saw Steph go to the bar and me go to the table because I was busting out. It was after we did the show.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Oh.
Tuesday, right?
The classic divide and conquer.
Exactly. It's like, you grab the first round, I'm going to get the podcast uploaded. So I'm over at the table working, and the bartender asked Steph, she was like, you're getting 2 drinks. Where's your table? I'll bring them to you. Yeah. And she pointed over there, that guy on the laptop, that nerd at the bar at 11 o'clock at night with his laptop doing work. That's where I'm sitting. And the bartender had the gall to ask straight up without any further detail, like, oh, is that your husband or just boyfriend? Or neither. And Steph kind of was like taken back. It was like, well, he's He's my roommate. She used the roommate card. He's my roommate.
So the bartender's like, so you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah. Flash forward, when he brought the drinks over, he asked what I was working on, and I was like, "Yeah, here, give me your phone."
Oh,
and
you did it.
I tried, but I don't think he liked the fact that he was misled to believe that
You were actually a roommate.
that's correct. Yeah, he didn't get the joke. He didn't quite get the joke. But next time anybody steals a friend's phone and gives us a subby, let us know about it. Let us hear from
Yeah,
you
we'll shout you out, man.
Yeah, we will highlight. I think the last one we had was our buddy Wes steal his coworker's phone.
Very nice.
And get him
Good
in
friend to
on
the
our-
show.
on our subby list. Good dude, Wes. Well, if we are going to have any hopes of keeping a tight hour, let's jump into it. What we watched last night. How about 4:51? Let's do it. Obviously, it was Sweet 16.
Well, obviously, it was the opening day as well.
I mean, I watched my Rangers lose.
You
in
lead
Philly.
into the Sweet 16, but it was a lot of opening day. You got, like, I will tell you, I probably said this last year about this time because we were about 1 year into this on the 31st. We were almost there. But Colorado Rockies, they shut down all of Denver for opening day. It is like,
It's huge.
it's glorious. I didn't even know. I went up there, had a friend. I'm like, just gonna chill, relax, enjoy some cold weather. And he's like, yo, it's opening day. We got to take the train down to the downtown. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, all the downtown's closed for opening day baseball. I'm like, for the Rockies?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
For the Rockies?
I'm not sure there's a team that has a higher ratio of dedicated fans to an absolute crap product.
Dude.
Like, there's no higher.
All the bars around that place were jumping. It
Maybe
was like,
Cleveland Browns
It
fans.
was like 6th Street and Halloween without the costumes. Amazing. Opening day is glorious. And even when we do one right before opening day, that was still glorious.
Did your Yankees play yesterday, or did they have the day off because they opened Wednesday? Okay.
Exactly.
So the Rangers schedule's weird. They played yesterday, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They're off today. They're playing in Philly. So they played yesterday. They're off today. Play again at 3 o'clock tomorrow, and then noon on Sunday. So they won't
That
play.
doesn't make sense.
No,
There's
it makes
prime, no primetime games. I was like, it's got to be a prime, like.
and a day off after opening day. The schedule makes zero. Rangers don't even have their home opener until a week from today, next Friday.
Maybe they're giving people like a day, like the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, I think there might be some additional rest padded into the schedule early. It always trips me out looking at the Rangers schedule to start the year. I know it doesn't matter anymore, but my childhood brain still thinks of it.
You still have a chance. Just remember the
No,
push.
no.
Remember the push you did last year.
Hey, look, there's the year they won the World Series. It was the inverse of this. They were hot at the beginning, terrible in the second half. No, I was gonna say it doesn't make any sense to get upset about it, but it still trips me up. The Rangers have, out of their first 3 series, 2 of them are interleague series. And I know it doesn't matter. You got to stop thinking about it that way.
Yeah.
But it's so weird to open in Philadelphia and then your home opener, your home series is against the Cincinnati Reds. Like, that just doesn't feel, that feels like spring training baseball.
I feel like unless it's like an interleague, something that is nostalgic, let's start the season off with division play.
Well, that's what the Astros are getting. Astros,
I mean,
Angels.
everybody. Why not just everybody start off with division? How else better to start the season than some division rivalries?
Yeah, that that wouldn't. I wonder if they could balance the schedule where every division. So I guess you can't because you have 5-team divisions, so that wouldn't work. But for the most part, I would. It's just weird.
Get Billy Bean on this, man. Tell him he can figure it out.
It's weird seeing a team that the Rangers have zero history with being the home opener opponent like the Cincinnati Reds. The Rangers and Reds have zero history in my lifetime of any
So who would
meaningful interaction.
Who would you say is the biggest rivalry with the Rangers?
Oh, it's got to be Astros. I mean, there's no question.
Prior National League.
Prior to the Astros
Yeah.
joining the division,
Yeah.
I would say there's few teams I mean, at one point, a Texas Ranger reliever threw a chair at an Oakland Athletics
I was
fan.
about to say Oakland.
Like,
I was like,
Frankie
when
Rodriguez.
Oakland was good, dude.
Or Frankie Francisco, I should say. Frankie Francisco launching the bullpen chair into the first row of the crowd at the old Oakland Coliseum.
I can see Ricky Henderson going by talking in third person.
Yeah.
Ricky just stole the base on you.
You know, honestly, for forever, I would have said the answer honestly might be the Yankees, because that was the team, the first playoff series the Rangers ever won was against the Yankees. They couldn't get past the Yankees in the 90s. They lost to them in, when John Wetland was still y'all's closer before Mariano took over and before Wetland came to Texas. I would say for a lot of my childhood,
It was the Yankees.
it was the Yankees, because the division, like outside of, Seattle was really good for a year, but there wasn't a lot of like hatred. And plus, Seattle was so likable for most of the 90s with Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah.
Like they weren't.
Well, sir, as the resident Yankee ambassador for Sports Cave Live, you don't get that one. The Yankees, the Red Sox is the rivalry.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it's not. It's like the same way. It's like the way Tech hates Texas.
Yeah.
But it's not the other way around.
Yeah.
It's a rivalry
like,
for It was a rivalry for the Rangers just because y'all were a roadblock and the Rangers had
we
never
were a brick
had.
wall, not a roadblock.
Well, a brick wall would infer that they never got past y'all,
One time.
which did happen.
One time.
Led by the great Johnny Oates. That's a good question, though. I would
Johnny
think
Oates. I haven't
the
heard
great Johnny Oates.
that name.
I would say from my childhood, definitely, because like you said, Astros weren't a rivalry until they joined the division, until they moved to the AL.
Losers.
I'd have to think about it some more. The,
thought it was
Nolan
gonna-
Ryan
I
beating
thought-
the hell out of a Chicago White Sox.
Yeah, that's
not a
true.
rivalry, but okay, a good one. Toronto for a minute with when Rugi Odor punched Jose Batista at
okay.
second base after
Okay.
Batista the year before had thrown a bat flip halfway to heaven.
And when that was a faux pas,
Yeah.
now it's just standard.
Embrace it. Yeah, there was at least some postseason rivalry between those two. But yeah, no, I think the answer is Oakland. Mainly just
yeah.
because Oakland was always the team in the division that always outperformed.
Ooh, this is the first challenge I've seen so far.
Do we have a live ABS?
Yeah, we didn't have a challenge. We didn't even challenge the first game.
Will Judge go 0 for 1,000 this season? He's now 0 for 7
There was some
on
bad.
the year.
There was some bad calls on the first game too. It was inside. The guy was calling high strikes. He was calling insides. 3, 2.
I haven't actually seen it, to be honest.
I haven't seen either.
That looks low.
That's a low one by like an eighth of an inch.
Good.
A tenth of an inch.
A tenth of an inch. And he did that on a
1-0 count.
1-0 count.
Hey, it's better to bat 2-0 than 1-1.
It is, but it's only the 6th inning. I'm telling you, Tampa Bay is going to be the team that is most efficient and strategic with their challenges. That's just what they do. They're going to find, like, analytics is going to drive every decision. Like, I don't think that was a good challenge by Judge.
Nah, I mean, but it's the 6th inning. They got blanks on the
Scoreless game.
scoreless game.
Runner on second. Runner in
yeah.
scoring position. You want to get a hitter's count.
I think that was. I disagree. I think that's a good decision at the time. Like, don't
I
do
think-
it. Don't do it in the first inning.
I think
Don't do it in-
anytime you're using a challenge on a pitch that isn't either a strikeout or a walk,
Yeah.
like I just early in the count. Well, because you get 2 a game, but if you get them correctly, you hold them, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
So he knew he was right. He used it.
You keep
No
on
harm,
going.
no foul.
Yeah,
Okay.
You keep it rolling.
Yeah.
But
God, that was a 1/10 of an inch though. With it, like
I looked at it and
that
I was like,
wasn't- yeah, that wasn't that clear cut. I don't know.
I felt the felt justified. He's like, yeah, that wasn't.
Yeah, and yeah, if you're the ump,
I
and
missed
that,
it by a 1/10 of an inch.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just the difference between human.
I can't wait to get
error
like the
and-
first week's stats on it. You know, so the Yankees, like I just heard how the Yankees manager explained how they're using it. They're allowing their batters. They don't want the pitchers to do it because they say the pitchers get amped up, a little too emotional, especially like when you're trying to strike someone out. Like they're not allowed to call those. Oh no! Did we get our first one of the year?
Is that fair?
Right off the beanpole.
Oh, I think you did. Look at that. You know, someone.
He had the golden sombrero on, you know.
Yeah, he was
on
0 for
Wednesday.
7 until that 2-run home run. You know, Greg in the chat suggested no Yankee minute until Judge gets a hit. Well,
Hey, thank you, Greg.
Yeah.
That was all you, buddy.
unfortunately, that means we will get a Yankee minute.
I love your the real champ, Zeb. Puma went from Les Claypool to Al Pacino with those glasses.
I watched Heat last night again for the 557th time. I'm getting ready for Heat 2.
You have to wait a year.
It can't come soon enough. What will happen first, Heat 2 or Grand Theft Auto 6?
Oh, Heat 2. That just broke your heart.
We'll see.
That broke
We'll
your
s-
heart.
we'll see. I appreciate the compliment, Zeb. You have anything else from baseball?
Nah, just, you know.
We're main segment.
Well,
We're gonna
who-
talk some MLB odds for the.
Okay, so
for
we're gonna
the
do the
season.
odds on that one.
Yeah.
So I want to know like who else is in the. They got. I want to know the percentages of like who's.
So I'm gonna have you guess. Obviously, Dodgers are the heavy favorite. I want to have you guess the top
when you pay,
5.
when you pay the 20th best player in the league $60 million. Yeah.
Are we even sure Kyle Tucker's the 20th
I don't
best
know.
player?
I lobbed him one. Here you go. You're the number 20.
He wasn't top 20 in WAR last year. I know that.
What did he bat? Like a 266 or
Yeah, it
280?
wasn't good. It wasn't good.
On a down year, you are now the highest paid baseball player this year.
Did you watch the basketball games last night?
Yes, the early ones I had to catch up, but the late ones I watched throughout, which as it seemed like the early ones were the better ones.
Yeah, I thought Texas was going to do it, man. I told
Whoa.
Steph, we were watching the game, and when Vocatitis, with his 4 fouls, checked back in, it was 5 minutes, 54 seconds left in the game, I think. And I told Steph, if Vocatitis is still on the court under 2 minutes left in this game, Texas wins. Like, I thought if he could just stay on the court and not get into foul trouble, that was the only chance Texas had to match Purdue's physicality. Because Purdue, like,
They got some big boys in Purdue.
they always do, and it's always the same exact team with Purdue, year in and year out.
Mm-hmm.
It's very controlled. It's very meticulous, half court.
throw it
Very,
down. You know?
yeah, rely on the big men. A lot of entry passes into the post and let everybody else move around them. I think what I'm describing, it's incredibly boring basketball. I hate Purdue. I cannot stand watching Purdue win
That was like our
against
early years of the
anybody.
Spurs. You know, throw it to Tim Duncan, let everybody run around.
Yeah, but that's 90s basketball. Like all of this, everyone opining for how great 90s basketball. Go back and watch a game from 1998. It's not the same sport.
No,
It's not even
you
close.
You had people jogging up thing, just ready to get into half court defense and not looking for the fast
And
break.
the entry passes into the post, like you said, the just lollygagging on the
You had
perimeter. There's no.
Perkins. You had, even though I love me some big perk, but the dude couldn't run the court back and forth like he couldn't do wind sprints.
Yeah, that's Beaumont Ozen's own Kendrick Perkins. Yeah,
So I have a question about the Texas. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
a question about the last play. They were playing. Who were they playing again?
Purdue.
Purdue. Yeah. So Purdue was up by 1 point, and they didn't foul them with 11 seconds left. They let them go and try to get a shot, which got the tip in that basically.
So that was it was tied at that point.
It was tied?
Because
okay.
the previous possession, which I thought I'm glad you brought that up, because the way Texas executed. Oh, thanks, Greg. Greg became a member. The way Texas executed that final possession before Purdue got the tip in, Texas down 3. I think there was like 19 seconds left, something like that. And instead of trying to get the open 3-point shot, they attacked the rim, ended up getting the and one, made the layup, and got the free throw.
I didn't see the and one.
Yeah, because that's where, there's always the differing of strategies of how to go about handling that. Did you get another home run?
Carlo just said, "Let me do it again. Let me show you how it's done, Judge."
That's not back to back though, right?
No. Cody was in between them.
Yeah, no. I am always a fan of the strategy of not trying to set up the 3-pointer.
Yeah,
because that's what Purdue is. They're going to be guarding the perimeter to try to stop that. There's also the argument that Purdue should have fouled to not allow for a 3-pointer or a 3-point play opportunity.
What do you think of that strategy? When you're up by 3, do you foul to prevent the 3-point?
I do every time. With as good as shooters are now, it's just simple math. You can't give a team a chance to make a 3-pointer. But the way Texas attacked it last night is the way as. Like if I was Sean Miller last night, Texas's head coach, that's exactly what I would have done. I would have given the ball to my best playmaker, Dylan Swain, have him drive the basket, try to force the issue. Yeah. Because the other part of that, not that it didn't end up mattering, unfortunately, but Purdue's big, tall, stiff Clough, that was his 5th foul. So
you got him out.
You got their big man out who had been getting every offensive rebound he could get his hands on. You not only made the basket, but then you got the free throw. You end up tying the game. I just think that is because even if he doesn't get the and one, he's still going to the free throw line.
Yeah.
And you're extending the game. So the clock is stopped. If you miss that 3-point attempt, the game's over.
So that makes me believe that he was playing for overtime, knowing that Clough was out.
1,000%.
And he's like, hey, I'll take my chances in overtime.
And that's why I say with Vokatitis still being on the court at that point and him not fouling, I personally thought whichever one of those two guys fouls out first, Clough or Vokatitis, the other team's going to win the game because neither team outside of those two guys had any answer inside for the big men. Yeah, because it wasn't that they were scoring at will. It's the amount of attention and the rebounding, creating extra possessions and creating more second chance points for both teams.
Yeah.
It wasn't that Vokatitis or Clough were scoring a lot. It's that they were just a menace. And that,
as the old coaches would say, the intangibles.
Exactly. Well, as we're talking about like with Wemby, the reason the Spurs are shooting the most corner threes in NBA history is because of the vacuum that Wemby is when he's, it's the same deal.
3 eyes are on him at all times.
Exactly. It's the same deal to a lesser
3
extent
sets of eyes,
in that game last night. But yeah, after Swain made the free throw, I was pretty certain we were going to see overtime in that game. But unfortunately,
unfortunately, my bracket's still
Oh yeah, because I
didn't have Texas getting out the first round.
I was about to say all of the Texas homers in your bracket challenge now officially will have their brackets busted. I think the bigger surprise to me on the night was not Texas pushing Purdue to the brink. I should say Purdue misses the layup attempt, but the guy's right there for a tip in. I'm not sure. I mean, I saw some people saying
such a pure tip.
The Texas guy, the
net didn't even move.
And right as it bounced out of the cylinder, like it was so close to being offensive interference. a rule they need to change anyway. Just go to the FIBA rules. But yeah, Purdue wins on that last second tip in. Iowa ends up storming back and beating Nebraska.
Is Iowa that good, or they're just hot?
No, they're just hot, and they've got shooters. The fun fact about Iowa, we mentioned, you talked about Arizona destroying Arkansas last night.
Yeah.
So the last time Arizona was in a Final Four was, I think, 2001 with Lute Olson still as their head coach. The last time Iowa was in an Elite Eight game was like 1980 or 1979 when Lute Olson, good Lord, Lute Olson was Iowa's head coach. So there's a little bit of connected history. Yeah, between but no, the surprise.
I would not think Arizona. I thought Arizona had made the Final Four recently.
It's been a minute.
2001.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a. Let me fact check myself, but it's.
Hey, if you lie, you're telling the truth.
Yeah, it might have even been. Let's see. Yeah, their last.
Well, I know Sean
Final
Elliott's an
Four.
Arizona homer. Every player, he's like, oh, there's Arizona Wildcat.
Yeah, that was 2001.
It's a fact.
They beat Michigan State in the Final Four game and then lost to Duke in that national championship game back in 01. See, I knew there was a reason. I remember.
Oh, that's why you remember.
I knew there was a
The
reason.
Duke beat them.
Look, hey, we're 59 minutes away from Duke St. John's tip off, so
You're not gonna make it.
no, it's over. But the surprise of the night, I think, without question, was the way Illinois just handled Houston in front of that home crowd. That was, I got to admit, that was impressive. I didn't have Illinois. I didn't have Illinois on my playbook or on my play card, just dominating that game.
Houston had none of them had any kind of answers for their defense in the first half. Was it the lowest scoring half in NCAA history?
Yeah, what Houston it was like 26 points or something like that.
It was 26-24 or something. It was something ridiculous. But then Illinois came out, I think, with 11-0 run.
Mm-hmm.
Right out the gate. Reminded me of the old Spurs coming out at halftime in the third quarter and just totally blowing it. But who does Illinois play? Because that killed my bracket. I had Houston going further. I had them scoring more points. I didn't see them as such a defensive prowess.
So unfortunately, that's been Houston's problem all year. Is at times the offense just absolutely disappears, and it looks like it's at times it looks like it's a 1950s Hoosier style offense where there's just no movement.
Just pass the ball around the horn.
Fluidity, exactly.
Everybody's standing still.
The other part of it is Illinois' got some seasoned professionals on that roster. They've got some vets that, in this era of
Greg just chimed in. He's like, they got some grown men on that shit.
on Illinois.
There's one guy.
Well, Page's son's on that team. Young Stojakovic.
Arkansas's guy that had the little mustache that looks like a 40-year-old man.
Yeah.
I'm like, who is this guy?
It's the new era of college athletics. I think, obviously Illinois, if Wagler is shooting like he can, like he's shown, one, he's only increasing his NBA draft stock because I think
You think he's a one and done?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think he's out of there this year.
He ended up getting hurt, but they were already down by 20.
Well, you're talking. Well, the
Arkansas.
Oh, the Arkansas. Okay. Well, there's so many. I was talking about Wagler, the Illinois kid, who's also looking like.
I don't know the names yet.
Well, last night, yeah, we're getting close. Well, also, unfortunately, the Hawks they've lost 4 in a row lately, but that Hawks pick doesn't look like it's going to be nearly as exciting as it did at the beginning of the year. So you're not really
they
as
got better.
without Trey. You're not really locked into the top part of this NBA draft class, but Yeah, I mean, I think tonight, looking at the games tonight,
These are definitely the better games.
yeah, I think if you were to have taken all 8 of these games and matched them up, the 4 last night and the 4 tonight, I think you probably would have said the marquee game is Duke St. John's,
Yeah, it's got to be.
Alabama, Michigan, maybe second, a 1 versus 4 seed.
I don't know how they're doing so good without that guy who allegedly had some marijuana.
Yeah, they're playing for their buddy. They're playing for their.
We need that bail money.
Yeah.
Let's get him off.
I mean, Illinois, Houston probably would have been in the argument for that, second or third best game. But tonight, I think St. John's Duke is going to be a really good game. I'll be curious to see if it seems like Duke is going to get another one of their injured guys back. It seems like Caleb Foster might give it a go tonight. But I would not be surprised whatsoever if that one comes down to the final 30 seconds of play from the last possession. Michigan, I kind of, joking about Alabama, I kind of think Bama probably runs out of gas just with the depth that Michigan has to throw at them. I think Michigan is on a crash course for a Final Four.
Yeah.
UConn, Michigan State's really interesting. I think both of those teams
They both got a chance.
and they're both more veteran driven. Like UConn doesn't have the absolute flashy top 5 one and done freshman kid this year. Michigan State's got a bunch of veterans. They look like this Michigan State team looks like an early 2000s, late 90s Michigan State team where it's
Somehow Izzo, I don't know if they got boosters money, the NIL money that's just crazy, but Michigan State keeps their players, man.
Yeah. They seem to have 3-4 year guys in the program, and when you get a group that stays together that long, and you mix in a
And
little,
you're always
bit,
in the tournament.
you're always gonna have a chance. I think it wouldn't surprise me if Michigan State wins.
Yeah, I got Michigan State.
And then the last game of the night, it might end up being the best game entertainment wise, but on paper, I'd say I'm least excited about any of these 8 games. Tennessee and Iowa State.
Yeah, I think Iowa State.
I do too. I think Iowa State probably rolls that one, and
Iowa's riding high right now. You got Iowa and Iowa State doing good.
Yeah, I should say the Iowa-Nebraska game also was right there at the bottom of the list in terms of excitement going into it. But it turned out to be a great game. You want to do some Spurs notes before we get back into some
Let's hit
baseball talk? How about 518?
Come on now, Spurs!
Indeed. I don't think we'll spend a lot of time here, but speaking of our our reel with Carl, that is now the most viewed thing. I don't think we'll end up doing an impromptu hour-long edition of Spurs notes here, but
Unless I see
mention,
Carl running here
right,
like that,
yeah.
man. I'm like, oh.
Oh, he's listening to the stream. He hears the Spurs notes segment. That's his bat signal. No, the Spurs beat the Grizz Wednesday night. Another blowout win, 123-98. Win streak up to 7 games now for the Spurs. And even better, since the last time we were in the room on Tuesday night, not only did the Spurs win and extend their streak, but the Thunder lost, ending their 12-game win streak.
They lost who they lose to.
Celtics.
So I saw that the analytics, the Thunder have the hardest schedule left.
They're going to drop a few. I mean, I think if you're looking 10 games left in the season, I still don't know. So the Spurs are 2 games back right now.
Yeah.
I still don't know if the Thunder are going to lose enough games to open that up. But all the Spurs have to do is tie. Because you remember, they own the tiebreaker against Oklahoma City. So if they can just get back to even with Oklahoma City, they will win the West, will win the number 1 seed.
The marquee games that the Spurs have coming up. I don't see Curry coming back.
No.
by April 1st.
No.
So we should be able to handily take care of the Warriors. But we got the Clippers, and then we got the Nuggets twice. And that's pretty much it. 76ers, would you even count them? Embiid is back.
And they're getting Paul George back from his
How long did he get?
potential ketamine suspension.
Was it ketamine? I thought it was PED.
So it's unreported, but certain reports suggest it was not a performance enhancing.
It was just drugs.
It was some sort of mental health.
You can do ketamine treatment. They're legal.
Not according to NBA CBA. It's the same way like weed's legal in Colorado, but if you're a Denver Nugget, you still can't smoke it. It's it's still against league rules. Yeah, I think it was what do you get? 25-game suspension.
Is that what he did?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it was. Yeah, the Spurs games, the next 2 games, since when we're going to be back in the room next week. Bucks tomorrow, although I do hate the afternoon tip-offs on the road. That's a 2:00 game in Milwaukee tomorrow for the Spurs.
Saturday.
And then Monday, back in the barn. LG, you working that game Monday?
No.
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 Bulls are in town next Monday, so I would think you chalk up both of those. I mean, you can't assume anything, but you chalk both of those up as a win, and then
I had to watch the Spurs game through Memphis local TV.
I enjoy doing that every now and
Everyone's
then.
like hearing what they say, and they even said it. They said back in the day, like earlier in the year, if the Spurs got a lead on you, you might have a chance to come back, but not lately. It's the foot's on the gas and they don't let up anymore. And that's a good sign, because now we can rest Wemby. He doesn't have to play 36 minutes a game, but we do need to ramp him up. But that's why I can see him playing over 30 minutes on the Clippers, the Nuggets 2 times, and maybe the 76ers.
Those Nuggets games scare me a little bit.
We didn't have Wemby, and we lost. We blew a 25-point lead.
That's why I don't like it. That's why,
Everything tells me the way he stared down Joker. After that, everybody's like, he comes over smiling, and Wemby's just not having it. Wemby wants that MVP. He's already put out the reasons why, and he's now number 1 in the NBA fan betting, or is it FanDuel?
So ESPN has moved him up to number 1 in their MVP ladder. Kalshi has his odds now have jumped up to 24%.
Yeah.
He's clear cut second in their projections, but SGA is still up high.
Yeah, he's looming underneath there, but
No, I'll tell you why the Nuggets games potentially give me a little pause, a little hesitation. The Nuggets are going to be right on that fringe of being a 4 seed or a 5 seed. So they're going to be playing for potentially
home
home court in the first round matchup against what looks to be Minnesota, unless Houston can get back in it. But Houston is now a game and a half behind the Timberwolves for the 5 seed and 2 games behind the Nuggets for the 4 seed. So that group of teams right there, that clumping of teams are all going to be trying to get into that top 4 to get home court in the first round. And that's why I think hopefully the Spurs are still playing for a 1 seed, because of that you said they play the Nuggets twice before the end of the season, and the last game of the season is one of those.
Yeah.
So I could very well see the scenario where last game of the year, Nuggets need to win to become the 4 seed and get home court, or Spurs need to win to get the 1 seed. So you could really see a final game of the season determining home court in playoff matchups.
Dude, my heart can't take this, crap. I did this last year with the Yankees when we were trying to get the number 1 seed in the AL East against Toronto, and it came down to the last game. Mm-hmm. You're killing me, y'all.
No, I
I
think
can't have this stress in my life.
no. Get your heart checked because the cardiac.
I got my heart pills. Don't worry about it. Some nitros. Like, what is a nitroglycerin? I always see it in movies. Like, here's a nitroglycerin.
Oh yeah.
Oh, your heart's all better. I'm like, is that really how it goes?
You know, I didn't really think smelling salts worked the way they did until
So you took a big
and
whiff?
it was like, oh my god, yeah, that works. That's exactly how that works. Yeah, I think the potential for cardiac events on the final day of the season are very, very real. I did see this stat. Speaking of, the Spurs are now 55-18
Yeah.
on the year.
We getting that 60, baby.
The Spurs PR guy, how do you say his name, LG? Howenstein? Jordan Howenstein, I believe
I
it
don't know
is.
who that is.
Samsonite?
they're-
Simpsonite?
He put out
Samsonite?
this, exactly, close enough. Swimmy.
Not going to work here anymore anyway.
Naga. The Spurs are the first team to get 55 wins a season after having less than 35 wins.
They're the first team
They're the first team since
since.
the 07-08 Boston Celtics. That was the year they traded for KG and Ray Allen and
the
formed
big three.
the first triplets, the big three in Boston.
Yeah.
And of course, went on to win championship that
Anything
year.
is possible.
So, from a Spurs perspective, they are the first team to go from under 35 wins to 55 or more wins since that Celtics championship team
Yeah.
in 07-08. So just more data that supports your level of optimism and enthusiasm
It's
for
great
this
company. It's
team.
great company to be around.
I would say.
Even though I don't really say that about anything Boston.
So you want to hear what Caleb Williams said to Skip Bayless today on social?
Yes.
Well, okay, first of all,
You're
someone
not getting who donned that name on you first.
Someone
off?
educate me.
How did this start?
win. Caleb Williams wasn't Iceman at Oklahoma, I
No.
don't think. He wasn't Iceman at USC. Is it literally he just played in one snow game in Chicago
And
and
he
he's
had to
got
come
ice
back.
in his veins? So he's now bestowed the
How
nickname
many people do that? How
upon
many quarterbacks
himself.
do this? Brock Purdy's been doing this like I got ice in my veins.
How many of any athletes do
Yeah,
that?
no. So is he trying to self-gloss himself this, or is Chicago pushing it?
I would love to have someone with an unbiased perspective on this explain to me exactly when this started. When Caleb Williams.
I do have one diehard Chicago fan. It's a Bears fan.
See, and I think-
she goes to the game. She literally flies out. And
I think
catches
that's
like
the
two.
definition of a biased perspective, though.
But yeah, I want to know, like, maybe she knows
Yeah, maybe
where
when
it
they-
came from.
yeah.
How this all started, I saw this Iceman was like, no one else is going to be called Iceman. I'm like, good job, George. You know?
Problem
I'm going to have
is-
to take a shot of that 44 there, Greg, on for that.
Like, you did the Nike poster in 1978
Yeah.
sitting on the block of ice.
Classic.
You've done the Iceman Ice 44 vodka now.
You've done many commercials where it's just
Where it's-
the ball freezes and it's like George coming out.
You've had multiple endorsements
Yeah.
under the name Iceman George Gervin. Like all of these times you've used the nickname. Why didn't you just trademark it? Why didn't you ever do that? Because
Why
it
why
feels,
didn't Val Kilmer trademark it either? He could have had that
Okay.
trademarked a long time ago.
or okay, was George Gervin, was there an Iceman before Gervin in the 70s? There had to have been at some
I'm gonna do
point.
something that's gonna feel real dirty to me
Nobody
right now.
branding
You're
it,
gonna
probably.
use
I'm gonna use
ChatGPT
the
Tizzle.
Chisel AI to see why did they not.
Yeah, that's a good point,
Oh, as
LG.
as
Val
I-
Kilmer as Iceman. I didn't think about that one either.
When I think of Iceman, I think of George Gervin and Val Kilmer. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's like,
See, and I only have
oh, and Caleb Williams. No,
Yeah, no,
No.
not at all.
not at all.
Like I don't know that it feels very.
Do you see what I was looking at? The last thing I pull up my internet browser.
What is that?
This is,
Nasal?
Let's see if we can get a little.
Oh yeah, look at this high quality. Look at how. Look at how happy LG is.
It's a pee funnel for women to stand up and go pee.
Oh my God. Why are, never mind. I don't need to know any further. Oh my God. You've shot my wheels off so much.
I know women have used that.
Yeah. It folds. It folds. I was like, I think it was a golfer. And I'm like, I'm going to buy all my golfer girlfriends a pee funnel because popping a squat over on the side of the fairway.
As God intended.
I was like, now you can sit there and point and do what a man does.
They are used heavily by the crew of Below Zero, the reality show.
Okay, that makes sense, actually. Well, just wear this. Okay, this reminds me. You remember that crazy astronaut lady that drove across the country overnight?
Oh, yeah, and with the diaper.
She just wore a diaper to go.
Just to kill someone?
Yeah, to go kill the... she was the mistress of another astronaut. She drove across the country in a diaper so she wouldn't have to stop to go potentially rough up the wife of the astronaut she was cheating with. Some sort of details might have been fuzzy there, but no, I just don't understand how Caleb Williams thinks this is. I mean, I don't understand trademark law or the legality of what happens next, but it doesn't feel like he has much of a standing legally.
So it says, if you want to believe it, George Gervin did not trademark his name because he wrongly believed it was already protected. In his own words, never thought anybody would try to trademark it.
See, I think it is protected because of all of the...
It's protected by use.
Right. All the documented examples he has of using it as branding for profit. Which is why I can't see how...
Since 1973. Come on, man.
Yeah, see, and that's where I can't see how Caleb Williams has... it doesn't feel like the court is going to side with the new athlete that just started calling himself that over...
So Caleb actually has gone to court to try to trademark this.
Yes. That's the holdup now. That's exactly what we're in the middle of.
You lost the name when you got to go to court. It's like Drake and Kendrick. When you file a lawsuit against the guy you're battle rapping, you lost.
Yeah, that's probably a sign.
You lost, man.
It's probably a sign.
Take a seat, give it a couple months, come back with something new.
Whether you lost the, you lost the streets, but you won over the suburban lawyers and high rise.
You're like, hey,
he was like, actually, that's a very smart move. And then you realize, oh man, I messed up. I'm
with the wrong.
Yeah,
people.
This is not what I wanted to happen. So Skip Bayless put it out there. Anytime you start a tweet with, "I'm a Caleb Williams fan, but." So Skip says, "I'm a Caleb Williams fan," which also this drives me crazy because it's terrible grammar. That's the first sentence. It's, "I'm a Caleb Williams fan, period." And then capital, "but I was a much bigger Iceman George Gervin fan, and I'm offended Caleb and company are trying to steal George's all-time great nickname. I unleashed on today's," whatever the name of his podcast is. So he was doing it to promote, his show. But hell, we should start doing. We should start doing fake Skip Bayless-esque promos for our on today's Sports Cave with Biggest Puma. Are the Dodgers ruining baseball? Let us hear from you. Light them up.
We will unleash the cavemen. I don't know what we call our people.
I kind of like it.
Like it?
The cavemen?
Yeah, the cavemen are coming for you.
Spelunkers.
Yeah. Chilean miners.
There you go.
The ones that...
We'll save you, damn it.
Which ones was it that Elon called the leader a pedo? What was that? The Chilean miners?
No, it was the Vietnamese kids.
Okay, yeah.
The Vietnamese caught in the cave and then the high tide came.
Or Thailand kids, actually.
Yeah, it was the Thai
kids.
It was the Thai kids because Elon was like, "Yeah, no, I could go over there and get them out in 1 hour," and the leader was like, "No, you don't know what you're talking about." And he was like, "Well, I'm not so sure you're not a pedo."
Oh my god, I remember. Yeah, he was the master.
He was the
submarine,
leader, yeah.
master scuba diver, and
Yeah.
everything. And it was like, God,
Oh, what a time. But no, Caleb Williams responds back. I don't care where your fandom stands. I was trying to give you and everyone else the benefit of the doubt about knowing business and being smart about it, but I guess not. Foolish of me. Also, words matter, Skip Bayless. Steal in quotations. Enjoy that podcast. And he just tweets out a screen grab of the Merriam-Webster dictionary definition of steal. To take the property of another wrongfully and especially as a habitual or regular practice.
yeah.
How are you proving that what you're doing is not stealing? That's by definition, you're taking the property.
I'm just being a good businessman. He didn't trademark
He didn't trademark
yeah,
it.
Caleb Williams is the guy who takes a bunch of domain names. Anybody who gets hot, he sits there and gets their handle on Twitter, and he's like, you got to pay me $20,000 for that handle now.
So there was a time and place in the early era of the internet.
Yeah.
I had a buddy who
he did
prospected. He is still doing just fine off of some of the bigger ones. I'm telling you, he's a bit of a tinfoil hat kind of guy just
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah.
So he's a big believer in potential upcoming cataclysmic events that might or might not be controlled by governments and not naturally occurring. He was basically prospecting for like different diseases and outbreaks that he expected to. He made a killing off of Ebola.
What the?
Yeah, you say these people are terrible, but also kind of genius, kind of smart.
I mean, do I respect the hustle?
Always respect the hustle.
I'm not going to be judging other people's pocketbooks.
No, I'll be curious to see how the courts handle this, but I just don't see there's a way where
There's
Caleb
50
Williams.
years of using the name. Like, come on, man. Like, I think is this the attention y'all want, Chicago Bears fan, for your fingernail painting quarterback to try to steal George Gervin's nickname?
Yeah, get a quarterback. Have a quarterback throw for over 4,000 yards in a season, and then talk to me about nicknames. I think Caleb Williams. I don't think he got there, but he did set the record. But they've still never had a quarterback ever throw for 4,000 yards in a season. You want to do the main segment before we
Yes, sir.
get much further behind? That was a solid 20 minutes of Spurs talk. How about some MLB odds? But before we do that, LG, are you prepared? Are you prepared for this? It's been, how long has it been? It's been since
It's been
November, because you were still playing World Series games, right? In first week of November.
No, we were playing ALCS.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was 2
last
years
year.
ago.
That was last year,
Yeah,
World
that's
Series
right.
game.
Yeah, it was Seattle,
But we're always
Toronto,
there.
and the.
We're always there.
Yeah. Well, put him on the clock, LG.
We are going to do the fans' favorite segment, the Yankees Minute. Yes, today we are leading a nice 3-0 with Cam Schlittler doing work. Our young kid that's looking like a young Garrett Cole.
Great
And
name.
As a person, hey, you shut your mouth.
Oh yeah, sorry. I
Shut
forgot.
your mouth
It's
during
the
this.
first one. I'm new.
All right, remember the rules. He looks like a young Garrett Cole, and he throws over 100. Looks great. Went 5.5 innings, 6 innings. Judge hit his first home run. Giancarlo hit his first home run. More to come. And we wiped the Giants out 7-0 with Max Fried going ham, 7 innings, 0 earned runs. I'm telling you, we're back, baby. And we don't even have our full starting rotation as a pitcher. We don't have Rodon. We don't have Garrett Cole just yet. We will have the best starting rotation in MLB this season. Mark it. Go Yankees!
That was a pretty tight minute. It felt a little longer than a minute, but
Yeah, when you interrupt me, you take
well,
it seems
yeah,
longer.
it's going to take me a minute. It's going to take me a minute to remember the rules of the Yankee Minute again. No, it's good. It's nice to hear the Yankee Minute return. It's
Yes.
nice to to get.
I got to, I'm trying to get there. I got to get back into, player shape.
It's
so.
mainly yes, yeah. You're still in spring training shape. No, it's mainly nice to get the obligatory 1 minute of Yankee talk out of the way, so we can talk about the. No, I'm kidding. So let's start with win totals, because when's the last time you confidently would look at an over/under total wins on the year and say, yes, I think this team is easily going to win 103 games? Because that's what you'd have to say right now. The Dodgers over/under is 102.5.
Over.
You got to say it, but how crazy is that?
Because they're going to lock out baseball next year.
Yeah, they might
There's
lock
a
out.
reason why.
They might lock out baseball by the summer. We might not even get.
CBA goes in the summer.
No, the CBA goes through the year, but if the negotiations aren't moving in a healthy manner, the obvious move for the players would be to go on strike like they did in
during the
90,
game, yeah.
and that's what they did, because same thing happened in 94. The players and the owners were nowhere near an agreement. The players could see that as soon as this season ends, the owners are going to screw them over and hold out.
Yeah.
So the players preemptively went on strike, which is what ended the season, much to the chagrin of the Montreal Expos fans.
God, yeah, poor Expos.
But yeah, no,
What do you
102.5 is the Dodgers over/under.
Do you know the main talking points of what they want versus what the owners want?
MLB wants a salary cap. The league office wants some form of a salary cap.
Not just luxury taxes.
Majority of owners seemingly are in support of a salary cap. Not all of them. Basically, your Dodgers, your Mets.
It's the only major sports that doesn't have a salary cap.
It's professional soccer, which is
I said major.
the biggest sport in the world.
I said major.
Right. That's why I was
For
saying.
America.
Yeah.
For America.
Well, it's ironic because MLS has a salary cap.
MLS does?
Yeah.
Oh.
But the rest of
yeah.
global soccer.
Yeah, we don't care about those.
No. The rest of global soccer is actual straight capitalism, and they don't reward the worst teams with the best players.
Here's
like
$300 million for 2
like
years.
the woke socialist NFL does. But no, I think it's all about the salary cap. It seems like it's all about the league's desire to implement some form of cap that is going to limit the Dodgers from continuing to do what they've done.
$60 million for, like I said, not even the 20th best player. Like, you're setting a precedent that is unattainable for 80% of the league.
See, and I kind of view it a little differently, because is it such a bad thing that, because you and I would both agree that's bad business to pay Kyle Tucker that much money versus his most recent production numbers.
Yeah.
But that being said, is it bad for the game overall in terms of overall health? The World Series ratings were higher than they've been damn near since the 90s, in most of our childhood, most of our lifetime. The outside of the crumbling regional cable networks, that's just a broken structure of how the game is. The overall ratings for baseball regular season games, ever since the pitch clock was implemented, have shot up back above NBA average regular season viewership.
So let's put a pin on this real quick. Is this due to the product that is being presented with the pitch clock and all that stuff, or is this due to the rise of gambling?
That's a good question. I mean, gambling definitely plays a role.
I think we have to, understand that, like, gambling is being pushed so hard for the past 2 to 3 years that you have people who normally wouldn't watch the game that are just addicted and just sitting there doing parlays constantly, because baseball is parlay capital of the world.
Well, you can bet on every pitch, even.
Exactly.
Is it a ball or a strike?
when the pitcher's like, damn it! After he throws, he does.
Oh, I can't believe
I struck him out.
I can't believe I just threw that 3 feet in front of home plate. Wow, it slipped out of my hand. Damn it.
But I think we just got to take into account that those numbers are skewed and have to put that variable in there because of the gambling.
When you watch a Yankee game right now, are you, I mean, I know you're a diehard baseball fan, diehard Yankee fan, but are you watching baseball thinking that this sport is somehow so systematically rotten that it needs a salary cap? Or is it just because one team is spending so much more money than everybody else and they've won back-to-back World Series? Like if the Dodgers had lost to Toronto last year in the World Series, would we be decrying the state of the game as much as we seemingly are as a collective baseball community?
That's a good question.
I don't think baseball is that broken. It's just the Dodgers in LA having billionaire owners and spending their money. Every single owner in baseball is a billionaire. They could be doing what the Dodgers are doing, but they're choosing not to. Is that the Dodgers' fault?
Because they're looking at what money they're businessmen.
Right.
They're looking at what money they bring in. If they're not,
And the
if
Dodgers
they're
are
not selling out the stadiums, they're not winning World Series. I'm not going to pay that much for players and then get nothing in return. Like it's gotta even out. I gotta make a profit. But that's why I think we need straight transparency. I don't know if we do have that. Is how much are you bringing in revenue? Like, give me the itemized report. Because if all of a sudden you're like Tampa Bay, who sells off their team like every other year, but you're still making a profit with a horrible stadium,
which they are,
and they are, and sometimes they compete because they have an incredible draft system, incredible scouts.
Pittsburgh. When's the last time Pittsburgh had a payroll?
And they actually have
the upper
diehard
half.
fans.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh
fan base.
Yeah, Pittsburgh loves their Pirates, man. And I think there just needs to be kind of the owners got to be held more accountable to spend money.
Yeah.
Instead of just making mass profit. But at the same time, when you're starting to find loopholes, like you're only paying Ohtani $2 million a year, but it's like over 40 years.
So that's where I would say the deferment of deferred payments within contracts.
Yeah.
That is one thing I could see everyone agreeing needs to go away.
Yeah.
That's shady because that's allowing you're not signing Ohtani for $600 million over 10 years. It's really over 30 years. And it's actually in some sort of venture capitalist investment firm that's actually gaining money while you're paying out to him.
Exactly,
and it's all
because they're sitting there investing the money, getting 5% at 5 to 10%.
And it's just covering the payments every year.
Hedge fund.
Exactly. And that
give me some of that money.
That is wrong. I mean, that is rotten. But I guess I think back.
Oh, Bobby Bonilla day is still glorious.
When
it's almost done.
It's over. I think
was it last year? Last one?
I think
I thought
so.
we had one more year.
Maybe one. You might be right. But when in 2023, when the Rangers spent $750 million in free agency, and won the World Series within 18 months of that.
No. 18 months?
Yeah, it was the next year. It was 2 years later. It was the off season of.
We did 2 years, and the third year we won because we had to go through the Alex Rodriguez steroid.
Oh no, I'm saying Rangers. I'm saying when the Rangers spent $750 million on Simeon, Seager, John Gray. That 2021 free agency, I think it was, and then they end up winning the 2023 World Series. But when the Rangers spend $750 million in one offseason and then win a World Series a year and a half later, is that ruining baseball? Or is that just an owner spending money to make the team better? Like you get what I'm saying? It's because it feels like it's a wedge issue that the league office is using to turn all the other owners against the Dodgers, when in reality, The Dodgers owners are looking at the other team, like Tarek Skubal, for example.
Yeah.
Detroit's going to trade him before the deadline this year because they're not going to re-sign him.
Yeah, they're not going to give him that $300 million contract that he wants.
Why not? He's the best pitcher in baseball.
Yeah.
There's every justification. He's back-to-back Cy Young winner. He's probably going to win a third this year if he stays healthy. What is the justification for saying, because that's always how baseball has been. I understand that, but it's never been, I know the Dodgers are making it look way worse than it's probably ever been, but how is this any different from in the 90s when we would say, oh, well, he's just going to sign with the Yankees anyway because they're going to spend all the money? Well, how is what the Dodgers are doing now any different from that, or any different than the Rangers doing it for one offseason and reaping the benefits by winning a World Series? It just doesn't.
Do you think an oversight committee that needs to be implemented to be canceling lopsided trades? Like, David Stern did with
I was about to say, I mean,
Chris Paul going to the Lakers.
That's in the CBA. I mean, the league office can override, veto any deals to begin with, but
how do you veto someone's money?
The signing
they're like free agents.
Right. That's where the league office has no sway because it's
and that's got to be
contract agreement.
It's got to be a salary cap. I mean, this reminds me of the early 90s.
How does a salary cap fix it, though?
I mean, well, it fixes it because you can't sit there and pay $3 billion for one team for 1 year and then offset a bunch of other money somehow, like the NFL does with signing bonuses and stuff like that. So you get more signing bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be money straight out the owner's pocket. And you got to cap, like, there's so much math to this, man.
Yeah, and that's where I like thinking about it more. It just doesn't feel like it. Well, I feel like we've seen one team spend this kind of money before.
You put the pressure on the owners to like, hey, if you don't start actively trying to make your team better and going after these free agents with actual contracts that, hey, you can afford them. You have the least amount of money spent in the league, typically Tampa, Pittsburgh, all those, Detroit. We're going to push you out and get another owner in here to like spend that money.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think
that's the only thing I can think of is like, if we can't.
Okay. So in that sense, I don't want a salary cap in baseball at all. I think first of all, I think salary caps are extremely anti-American in general. Like if you're rich and loaded and actually care about your team as a fan and not care about your team as a invoice line business owner, I think you should be able to spend as much money as you want to make that team better. I think that is.
But you can't do it at the detriment of the league.
But that's, I would go back to ratings are up higher than they've been in 30 years. The game itself is in the best position in terms of quality of play with the new rules that were put in. How is...
Except the Ghost Runner.
The Ghost Runner is still awful. I completely agree. But how is baseball dying? How is it's only growing right now? It's only... The numbers are better than they've been in 30 years, but all I hear about is how the Dodgers are running the game. Every metric I look at, baseball's healthier than it's been in 2 decades, and it's because of the Dodgers. So I just don't see how. I don't ever want a salary cap, but a spending floor I would fully be, and it would be higher than what the 10th or middle of the road
so the players
payroll team is.
So you're saying a player's statistics would factor into the amount of money that they
No. I'm saying every team would have to spend a certain amount of money on payroll.
Yeah.
So every team, so just make it easy math.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like right now, what's the lowest team payroll in baseball this year?
I would say usually Tampa's around there, and they're around
Okay, Tampa's actually over 100 million now.
yeah.
Miami is the lowest
Okay.
at $80.5 million.
Florida.
Yeah, exactly. Cleveland, low, 88 million. White Sox are actually over 100 million too. They're at 105. But we'll use the Rangers, for example. The Rangers are getting all kinds of hell from the fan base because they have pulled back on spending. They've tightened the reins, tightened the pocketbook, traded away Simeon to cut some money. Like they've made cost-cutting
Which is
moves.
ridiculous because they just built the new stadium.
1,000%. It's absurd. And they're owned by a billionaire oil man. The Rangers have the 15th highest payroll in baseball. They are exactly in the middle of baseball. And that's 201, almost $202 million. Make a salary floor of $200 million for every team across baseball.
Yeah.
Increase revenue sharing, make the Dodgers pay the Marlins more to get those payrolls
how do you
up.
get those marquee names to go to these places?
You're never going to. Like, Ohtani is never going to play in Milwaukee. That's just the advantage of being in LA versus being in the Midwest.
But this is the thing. Kyle Tucker wasn't sitting there. I think there needs to be a metric of how much you pay a player for what he's actually worth.
Some kind of value-based off of his
5-year type thing.
Yeah.
You know, you just can't pay $60 million for a six-hole hitter.
Well, and that's more like the NBA where it's not quite the same, but like Wemby, like if you achieve certain
Supermax.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but that's the only way you would be eligible for it.
See, I like that.
That's not a bad. I hadn't thought about that. I would be in support of that. Something where you can't get paid over $50 million a year unless you've been an all-star the last 3 seasons.
So get rid of deferment.
Yeah.
Do an incentive-based
Some
salary
kind of incentive-based contract tiers.
and bring a floor to
That's it.
thing. I think that fixed some stuff.
Again, what is that fixing though? Like I'm not being a
Well, it's fixing to where half the teams aren't pushovers. It's fixing. It's going to be a better product where it's like, hey, I'm going to go face Miami Marlins. It's not going to just you're going to tune in maybe a little bit more than you are now because you're like that should be a sweep.
I think baseball's just such a different
Look at this cool guy. On
that's
board.
so San Francisco.
Oh, he's cool.
Because baseball has never had a salary cap. I've, in college, as I got more into European soccer, and you would take the Premier League, for example.
Yeah.
Every year, you're going to have your Chelsea, Man City, Man U, Arsenal, Tottenham, your big spenders. Liverpool. Those 6 teams are going to outspend everybody else. And on the opposite end of that spectrum, you're going to have your Leicesters, your Brightons, your Burnleys, your Wolverhamptons, your smaller clubs.
But usually when those clubs get a player that's, and they start growing with it, they start investing more money.
They end up selling them to Man City, Man U, Chelsea for a giant transfer fee to make a bunch of money off of it. I have never one time in my life thought about baseball and said, baseball would be a much better product top to bottom if the Miami Marlins spent $200 million a year. It just has never crossed my... Because then when the Marlins do win a World Series once a decade...
We're not Marlins fans.
No.
You got to think of the fans and the ones who actually go to the games and spend the money. So those people want to have a floor.
See, and that's what I don't know. Do they? Because I would think a Marlins fan, as a Ranger fan,
they don't want to see Marlins. When Giancarlo Stanton was with the Marlins, that stadium was popping.
Yep.
So having a superstar does something for a team. Even Jazz Chisholm, when he was with the Marlins, people came there to see him, and that boosts revenue. And they just don't want to take the risk because they're taking the sure thing of, hey, if I do this number, I know exactly I'm going to make this amount.
But how are you ever going to enforce a mechanism that keeps Giancarlo Stanton in Miami and not ending up on the Yankees? He's still going to end up on the Yankees, is he not?
Maybe like a franchise tag.
Or maybe some sort of homegrown player bonus, like you were talking about, some contract tiers.
Yeah.
Maybe if it's a guy that you developed through your minor league system, you can offer them more money than any other team. Similar
I'm sure
to
MLB's got a kitty.
how
like,
the NBA is.
Like a little kitty where it's like, hey, if you stay with your homegrown team, we'll give you an extra $5 million a year. Now you hit these metrics, you get an extra $20 million a year.
Yeah, see, I'm just a capitalist, and I look at baseball right now and I ask, why is it a problem that one ownership group loves their team so much that they are willing to overpay for fourth outfielders? It just doesn't seem to be as much of an overall cancer to the game as it's being presented. That's all.
All it is it was a big, bright FU when Kyle Tucker got that contract. He is not deserving of the highest
No,
pay.
there's no metric. There's no metric
And
that would
you
suggest.
got to get rid of the, the delayed contract like over time.
Yeah, the deferred contracts are ridiculous. I think that would go a long way of if you're going to
Bobby Bonilla
pay,
Day was a joke because it was like the stupidest contract possible because he got paid $1.5 million for what, 40 years?
yeah,
25?
something like this. I think it was closer to 40.
Yeah,
I think it was
so
35.
35. So we're laughing at it, and now it's like becoming a norm. But
if you got rid of the deferred payments, would the Dodgers still have signed Kyle Tucker for the number that they did? If the answer is yes, at least it would have been a harder financial burden to do that than the way they went about it. Because I do think at the end of the day, if an owner wants to spend a crap ton of money for a fringe starter, I kind of think they should be able to do that. Like, that doesn't seem...
let's see what happens. That's why I love baseball. Anything can happen.
Have you looked at the over-under on win totals yet?
No.
Okay, do you know... So you don't know what your Yankees win total is?
No.
Take a guess. Over-under on your New York Yankees win total this year.
92.
Look at you.
Is it 92?
It's 91.5.
Hey.
The second highest over-under win total in baseball. Second. Dodgers are at 102.5. Yankees are second at 91.5.
Boston's going to be better. Tampa, I don't think they're going to be much of a threat. Orioles, if they get it together, they were supposed to.
We're going to do the divisions here in a second because I think you'll be interested to see.
Well, let's parlay that because your team goes on in about 8 minutes.
Yeah, we're going to burn through it here. The thing about looking at these over-under odds, so the Dodgers are by far and away above everybody else. But if you take the rest of the teams, let's just go the amount of teams, because 81 and 81 is 500?
Yeah.
So here are the list of teams that Vegas has projected to finish over 500. And if it sounds like a lot, it's because it is. We'll count them. Yankees, Mets, Mariners, Phillies, Cubs, Blue Jays, Red Sox, Tigers, Braves, Orioles, Astros, Brewers, Rangers, Padres, Royals. That's 15 teams already.
They think Bobby Witt's really going to pull it together.
And then lastly, Giants, who we're watching lose to the Yankees right now. So that Vegas is telling you there are 17, including the Dodgers, 17 teams that they expect to all finish over 500. And again, going back to...
And 4 of those teams are in the AL East.
Exactly. So, but going back to how, the Dodgers are ruining baseball, I look at that list and I say, there's 16 other teams that are all going to be jumbled, projected to be jumbled somewhere in that tier below the Dodgers. And I think that's more teams.
32 teams in the league?
30 30? Is there 32? I always get 32 and 30 in baseball.
30 in baseball.
32 NFL, about to be 32 in NBA.
Yeah. I mean, over half the teams going.
Right. Like that is
Baseball is still, I mean, it's a product that's never going to die.
No.
It's a good product. It's just, this is the talking point for LA right now. LA spending the money. I just think there needs to be more incentive and more penalties for the lower teams who just sit there and pull Major League Cleveland. We're like, we're going to lose on purpose, you know?
Oh, yeah, like the movie Major League.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's profitable. I mean, they can. That's all that matters. Like Pittsburgh, the owner of the Pirates doesn't care about winning baseball games. The owner of the Tigers, the owner of the Guardians, they don't care about. If they do, it's
like,
additional.
Are we going to keep? They went to court to not pay Skeens more money when he was back to back.
Yeah, and they lost that arbitration case.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. He's like, we don't want to pay him, and it's like, oh wow, he's going to be a Pittsburgh Pirate for life.
Yeah, it's Skubal, Skeens, those kind of A tier guys playing in those markets.
Cy Young winners.
It's going to be really interesting to see because again, I would say it's not the number Kyle Tucker because when A-Rod signed with the Rangers all those years ago.
But it used to be, I think it's not the number, it's not 60 million, it's 60 million for 3 years. Was it 3 or 4?
Three,
I
I think.
3, right?
Yeah.
It was an FU to anybody that was trying to sign him long term because he's like, I think the other closest bidder was the Mets at 52 million.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like the Dodgers just waited. They were just like this until someone like got a firm offer. Then the agent goes, let me call the Dodgers. We're not going to give you a lot of years, but here's 60.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What if the Colorado Rockies had offered Kyle Tucker the same exact contract and Tucker had turned down the Mets $52 million to go play for the Rockies for $60 million? Is it as big of a story? Is it as big of a so why
Well, my thing is like,
so why is that it's not team dependent?
This is why we need something like an incentive-based thing where it's like you want a franchise player, and a franchise player has got to be there for what, at least 4 or 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. You're going to make big posters to put on outside the stadium. You're going to invest money to market this guy locally.
You're going to sell jerseys.
All this stuff, sell jerseys.
Yeah.
So I want this guy here for 6, 7, 8 years. And that's what I'm going to give him is I'm going to give him a contract incentive base. And I'm like, you even had a down year last year, but we're still willing to pay you $50 million a year over 6 years. I mean, what's that? 300?
Yeah.
300
$60 million over 5 years. Is that what you said?
No, like 50 million.
Oh, yeah.
Because LA just said FU and just did 60.
And just topped it. Yeah.
Yeah, they were going to top anything. And they just basically, it's like that auction where it's
So
like
to
they're
speak.
going, they're like, oh, 60 million. And that's it. Everybody's like, get out of here.
Yeah, like, okay. All right.
Yeah,
He was just waiting for the final call anyway to
Yeah.
just drop it on the table. Let's do quickly look at some of these odds real fast. So the World Series odds, your Yankees are number 2 in odds, but the gap, once again, the Dodgers right now are plus, this is according to FanDuel, plus 210 to win the World Series. Your Yankees are next closest, plus 1,000.
Jeez.
And then you get into Mariners, Mets, both at plus 1,200, plus 1,300.
They really putting all that on Kyle, Big Dumper? Carl Rock? Is it Carl?
Cal Raleigh.
Cal.
Yeah.
I want to call him Carl.
We got Carl on the brain.
Yeah.
I kind of think Seattle takes a bit of a step back, especially looking at the rest.
They have Suarez for the whole year, right?
No, he left Eugenio.
The third baseman.
Yeah, he signed a 1-year deal with the Reds, I
Really?
believe. Yeah. Isn't that where he ended up going?
1-year deal?
Yeah.
Is he old?
Yeah. He's like mid-30s.
Oh, okay.
But he signed, it was like a 1-year, like 19 million, I want to say. It was a decent, and he has history with the He had played with the
I mean,
Reds.
what he had like 45, 46 homers last
Okay, 1 year, $15 million
year. Dude still mashes. Well,
for
that's crazy.
Suarez. The division, predict what you think, how you think your AL East finishes this year, and I'll tell you if Vegas agrees with you.
AL East, we're gonna have. Wait, do I have to put the number of games they win to?
No. Just the order they finish.
Yankees,
Yep.
Blue Jays,
No.
Red Sox.
Red Sox, according
And
to
Blue
Vegas.
Jays. That's
then Blue Jays.
Yeah, and then Orioles, Tampa.
That's it. But the thing about it, so Tampa is plus 2,000. They're so far behind the
Yeah.
rest of your division. The rest of the four teams, though, Yankees plus 160, Red Sox plus 280, Blue Jays plus 320, Orioles only plus 420.
Yeah.
So all jumbled. I mean, you look just quickly looking across there's not another division in all of baseball. Quick looking, I looked at it earlier. There's one other division, only one, that has four teams that are plus 500 or better to win the division.
In a West.
Nope.
Oh, is it the AL Central?
Combine your two answers and you'll get it. It's the National League Central.
Oh, Central with Chicago, St.
Cubs,
Louis.
Brewers, Pirates, Reds. Somehow the Pirates are only plus 500 to win that division, and the Reds are only plus 500, according to FanDuel, to win that division. Yeah.
Pull up how much Pittsburgh payroll is this year.
Well, we were just looking at it. What
what
did I
was it?
say it was?
I thought you said it was just over 200 mil.
That was the Rangers.
That was the
The
Rangers, though.
Marlins were the lowest at 80.
Yeah.
What did we say? I think it was somewhere around 100. 119 mil
And
for
they-
the Pirates.
And they got them at plus 500?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That is the 24th highest payroll in baseball.
Skeens doesn't play every day. You
No,
know that,
and
right?
and he played yesterday, and it didn't get out of the first inning. Gave up 5 runs.
It was like that WBC
Some of them unearned.
hangover with Judge getting the golden sombrero.
Yeah, I think you might be onto something there. For Astros and Ranger fans, you want to predict what Vegas thinks about the AL West?
AL West. Is that that? Okay, yeah, because they go there. I always forget it's. Seattle.
Seattle is your leader in the clubhouse according to
Astros.
Vegas. Astros are number 2.
All right, and then
Come on.
Rangers.
Come on.
Rangers. Come on. Yay, all
I
right.
just wanted to make you say Rangers. Yeah, Rangers third.
Then Athletics and Angels.
And Athletics and Angels, huge gap. Athletics plus 1,200, Angels plus 2,500. The Vegas loves the Mariners. They are minus 110 to win the division. Astros plus 300, Rangers plus 340. I would tell you right now, if you're a Ranger or an Astro fan, that is
Put some money on that
put some
one.
money on that one either way, because I don't think Seattle wins the division. I think it's either Houston or Texas, but I think potentially 2 of those 3 are in the playoffs. Potentially all 3. It's going to be hard.
Not with the AL West.
I think
not
y'all-
AL East.
I think y'all are
stacked.
going to beat up on each other enough. Maybe not specifically the Yankees.
The old format 3 years ago, I'd agree. This format, when we have to play every team, interleague, and everything,
Yeah.
we don't beat up on each other.
You're not
as
getting as much divisional game. That's right. I forgot
Yeah,
about that.
That's why I'm saying there's 3 of them that's going to go in there for sure.
So you think Boston and Toronto are easier locks to be wild card teams than Houston and Texas?
Over Texas, yes. Houston's a lock. And then I think the third team is going to have to be, they're going to definitely get one of those 3-game. Is it 1 game or 3-game play?
The 3 games. Yeah.
3-game play in to figure out. I'm not like I count that as the playoffs now, like those playing.
Oh yeah, you got to. Yeah, you got to. You want to how confidence level 0 to 100. How confident are you personally that your Yankees win the pennant? and are playing the Dodgers, presumably in the World Series.
Oh man, I'm gonna go 75%.
Okay, that's a little more
I'm
cautious than
confident.
I.
Only because we're getting Garrett Cole back. Our young arm Schlittler is gonna be. He's a starting rotation and looks like a damn stud. Max Fried is ridiculous. Like he's still got that stuff and he's just chill with it. The main thing that's as always is health in our bullpen, and we had the most runs last year of any team. So we're going to put up runs. We got the best hitter in baseball, like generationally, over the past like 30 years since Bonds. Because
I was about to say Bond.
Since Bond.
Since the 007 agent,
Pierce Brosnan
Barry
comes
Bond.
out. But nah, we're going to put up runs. It was always, can we get through our starting pitcher because we had injuries, which having Rodon and Garrett Cole on IL, but only 15 days.
Well,
so that's 3 starts.
You say 75 out of 100, your confidence meter. I'll take the opposite of that for my Rangers. Give me 25 out of 100. There's a chance.
There's a chance.
They had the best starting pitching in baseball last year by far, and it wasn't even close.
Didn't DeGrom come back for you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
On paper, the starting rotation is even better this year than it was last year.
And you're getting healthy, too.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. But the overarching takeaway of this segment is sweet, sweet baseball is once again back in our lives. Holy hell, it's 6:16.
Yes.
We're not making tip-off. LG, let's do some lightning round and get out of here for the weekend, shall we? We talked about it a little bit at the beginning. Apparently, they arrested Tiger today.
Oh, what are you doing, Tiger? He flipped his car again.
So it feels like maybe flipping is a bit of a stretch to describe. The picture I saw kind of just looked like it was up on its side a little bit.
Wasn't that bad?
I don't know if it fully rolled over to land.
Is this going to affect his Masters?
Oh, I don't think he's playing in the Masters.
He was trying.
Yeah, he was trying, but
he really took that TGL loss hard.
So that's what it was. You roll your car at 2:00 in your own neighborhood. You're clearly struggling to get over.
You have $1 billion. Get a driver, Tiger. Or dare I say, let Tesla drive.
I was about to say, yeah. Here's the one
was
time
was this
where
a Tesla, LG?
No,
give me a deep dive.
It was it was
probably a Buick.
Yeah, I think,
I was like, quit driving them Buicks.
Yeah, I think it was another one of his, the Buick
cars.
SUVs that he cruises around in. No, he apparently took a breathalyzer, cleared it with 0.0, but refused to give any blood or any kind of test, any further test.
You could easily say I mixed up my medication.
Well, seemingly they did not like the way he answered their questions after rejecting the other request for drug for testing.
I think some cops got it out for Tiger. They let their people go run around doing all these shenanigans, and Tiger always gets arrested.
Well, I mean, when you're constantly rolling your car, it's hard to defend Tiger too much because, I mean, if you're saying the sentence out loud, we have reports of blank individual rolling his car again. You've probably lost where I can defend you. If it takes multiple times for you to learn to just hire a driver. Yeah, apparently he clipped a trailer and then put the car up on its side, was arrested on suspicion of misdemeanor DUI with property damage and refusal to submit to a lawful test. I thought the DWI dude told me always reject the test.
Always reject.
Always.
Because it's all perspective. And if you go to court, the DA is not going to want to fight it because they're like, this isn't a slam dunk. And they're all trying to advance their careers with a high conviction rate. The system is broken.
So it wasn't a blood test. He refused a urinalysis test. They wanted to get his
Yeah, what's a urinalysis test going to prove? Like, oh, if I have Vicodin in my system, that
1,000%.
That could be 3 days ago.
Yeah, I think I don't know how.
They're pushing that one.
Oh, despite you showing me pictures of the Wizinator that the Minnesota Viking player used back in the day to pass a urinalysis test, I'm not up to speed on.
I think he got caught.
I haven't had a job in years
That you need to go pee.
where a pee test was required.
Well, it's not like probation. It's not like the cops. They don't go in there and look at you. So you can always just put some pee in your pocket.
Yeah, see,
Allegedly.
That allegedly. Also, that phrase, yeah, you just put some pee in your pocket. Like that's.
Hey, man, go to your teenage son. Really look at him and be like, are you
I don't
smoking
know.
vapes? Are you smoking vapes? No? All right, go piss in this.
I know a lot of parents that if they had taken their teenage kids' piss back in high school, they wouldn't have.
They get fired.
Yeah, they would not have kept their job.
Just go to your local daycare.
Yeah, pour one out for Tiger's most recent Buick loaner because it looks like it's total.
It's total. Hit me, LG. Well, I sent some videos through the proper channels, LG.
Oh God, here we go.
One of our fan favorites, one of the classic, and I think he just found a new role. Mr. Jameis Winston was at opening day in San Francisco, going around doing what Jameis does. LG,
Which one of these two videos would you like?
you can start with the first one, Senor.
Is there any connection to?
I don't know. No.
Like, what is it? Just because everyone loves Jameis,
Yeah.
so we're just gonna throw him on our
I think
coverage
so.
of a.
He was wearing San Fran gear, which I mean, he was. They were. All right. They are.
He's from like Louisiana, though, right?
It seems like it, but here we go. We got Jameis interacting with the baseball players and fans.
I'm with
Going
Max
around.
Fried, and yes, we might not be best friends, but we're brothers that are living our dream. And he gonna eat a W with me because he's shutting the door on everything, baby. Let's
Eat
go.
a W. Just eat a W.
Ah!
Oh, that is one.
Maybe from his time as the Giants' backup quarterback.
Yeah.
So there's at least some New York connection there.
Yeah.
I just love the fact that we've all agreed that Jameis Winston is entertaining no matter what the assignment is. So
Yeah.
we're just gonna throw him on random.
Yeah. They had random things. If you throw on the second clip,
A lot of y'all might not know what this is, but this is a baseball. Some people say time is money, but some people don't have as much money or time as Aaron Judge has. I know y'all want some home run balls, but I got some hot dogs. Here we go.
he's throwing glizzies.
Hey.
Oh, he missed
Odell
it.
Beckham's out there. This rake and
Some Odell Beckham.
I've been working on the baseball
Well,
field.
yeah,
Music's
he's
gonna
field
probably
goal.
strike us.
Ding dong day. I don't think I'm gonna
He's sitting
use
there
that
doing
glove
rake in the
because this has
field.
to be when Sasha Page is playing. Reggie Jackson? Reggie Jackson.
Are we gonna? Is it gonna be struck because he was singing? I've been working on the
No,
railroad.
because there's background music through the whole thing.
Yes.
MLB litigious as ever too.
Yeah, but he was having a good time. He was actually so they also brought out like WWE wrestlers, the one that goes skeet or
No, there's a
Like-
wrestler that drops skeet
is
skeet.
it? Well, do you know what I'm talking about, LG?
Here, add
Negative.
this to my add this to my list of
O'Connor would know this. He's the famous wrestler.
wrestler.
He was part of the tribe or tribal whatever. But like he's sitting there and he's like, "How can I be at a baseball game and I don't have no popcorn or Cracker Jacks?" And they sit there and throw him some Cracker Jacks. And the wrestler's like opening it up for him and stuff, and they're just both like sitting like bodyguards.
What'd you make of the Netflix presentation? Because we haven't. I just realized we didn't really hit on that earlier.
It wasn't bad, man.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, they
way
definitely-
too many interviews. They missed the first ABS call
yeah.
because they were interviewing. I can't even remember which one that
Did
was.
they do an ABS on that?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, you missed it because
missed
you didn't see it. It absolutely
I
baseball
do like-
history
I do
was
like
made.
I do like CC as an announcer.
Yeah.
Bonds, not so much.
Yeah. If he's telling stories about how he almost ended up a Yankee, but Steinbrenner demanded he sign the contract. Did you hear that story?
No, what was that one?
Okay, Bonds talked about how when he was in free agency, there were 2 final offers. It was San Francisco and it was the Yankees. And Steinbrenner said, here's the contract. No more counter offers. It's either this or nothing, and we're moving on. But the deal was he wanted him to sign it that afternoon, and Bonds kept saying like, I'm gonna think about it a little longer. I'm gonna think about it.
You don't make Steinbrenner wait.
That's 1,000%. And this was
Bonds is not Yankees.
90, 91, somewhere with 91, 92 when he went to San Fran.
I'm not mad about it. I mean, we got our 90s victories. We beat them in the.
I was about to say, just imagine how much different 90s baseball would have looked if Barry Bonds had been a member of, like, he would be hated even more so.
Yeah.
Like,
steroids,
yeah.
Yankees breaking the home run record.
Yeah, no, you couldn't have checked many more boxes of unlikability.
He would have broken that record about 2 years prior.
Yeah, that short porch would have been highly helpful to his career.
He'd be in the 800s, man.
Yeah, his career home run numbers. All right, hit me, LG. Have you seen these? Have you seen these renderings yet? Did you see it yesterday when it came out? So the Mission's new downtown ballpark.
Oh, nice!
Look at this.
Yes.
So you'll see if you're watching the stream. If you're not watching, just search Mission's San Antonio Stadium rendering. You'll find it. Whatever the hell you need to search, it's easy to find.
Oh,
but
man, that looks good.
So this is, for those that don't remember, it's just north of Market Square. It's kind of in between the Central Library and Market Square, right there in that northwest side of downtown. It's the exact opposite corner of where Project Marvel and the new Spurs Arena will be. So we'd have the minor league baseball stadium in the northwest corner, the new basketball arena in the southeast corner.
Yeah.
So it would kind of, and then of course all the tourism crap in Southtown.
Just get a rail car that goes to that.
I'm telling you, I can walk to this from my house.
Water taxi.
Oh, now we're talking. Or bring back the Sky Bridge, or not the Sky Bridge, the carrier cars. You know what I'm talking about? The that they had for the World's
gondolas.
Fair. Yeah, the gondolas that ran all the way from downtown to Brack.
Did anybody catch the Saturday Night Live weekend update last week or 2 weeks ago?
I think I did.
It was the emojis where you had the most popular emoji and you had the least popular emoji. Aerial sky train. It's the funniest thing ever. It's the aerial sky train is the least amount thing.
I'm checking the gallery to see if anybody out there is. No, I think you're.
I think when you watch it, you're gonna realize, it's.
I love that you're still
Right
watching
before the
SNL too.
It's RBF, man. It's RBF. What's RBF stand for? Right before the flags.
You give me hell for watching. I think watching SNL is worse than watching cable news at this point.
I was a thespian.
I will die.
I do enjoy live.
I will die on that. Well, I've told you,
live.
I had a one-act play career for a while until I got in-school suspension.
Sucked.
I didn't. She did, and that's what got us in trouble. So the renderings, you can see, flash through another one of those if you have them, LG. They have, there's one that shows what the walkway up to the stadium potentially would be. You can kind of see it in that bottom one right there.
Nice.
I understand it's not easy to get that fired up. Yeah, and that's the footprint of where it will actually kind of sit because, that's the northern stretch of the, river there, not really populated Riverwalk area, but the market side of downtown. But I know it's not that exciting to get hype about minor league baseball, but some of the best experiences just of going to games, sporting experiences, minor league ballparks, like the one in Frisco has a lazy river in the outfield.
They get a little loose with it,
a little loose, and it's gonna be fairly cheap entertainment.
I bet those hotels right there are gonna make some rooftop bars.
Oh yeah,
with pools.
You can watch the game from
that's
above.
Gonna be great.
Yeah,
Awesome.
as much as I love the idea of Project Marvel and the new basketball arena, I'll be spending
Yeah.
a
I'll go there.
large percent of my time.
Beer and glizzies. I'm gonna get it.
Dude, hot dog, beer, peanuts on minor league prices.
And I just bought this new flying chocolates hat, man. I didn't know you were gonna do this one.
That's great. Oh, yeah.
But
you
like,
could have
I
had
to wear
the
the Yankees. I had to
bust out the chunk. Do you have anything else before we close out?
No, I just wanted to say shout out to the chat, man. Busy, Frank, Greg, thanks for being a member. Zeb, you're the true champ. Jason coming in. We got Modest Guava.
You keep calling him Modest.
O-Dog, Far West Texas. I appreciate y'all being
I keep
in the
thinking
chat.
you're gonna shout out Matisiahu. Hit me, LG. We'll close out with some today in sports history. So I'll ask you, Mr. I can't handle bad news last.
Oh my God,
How
this
do
is
you-
death. Like, don't end on death.
So do you want to start with death this time and just get it out of the
Just
way?
get it out the way. Peel that Band-Aid off.
Dead on this day, 2021, the national championship head coach from the University of Miami in 1983. Also the head coach at Oklahoma, Louisville, went back to Florida Atlantic, built their program from the ground up. Also coach of the Baltimore Colts at one time as well. Dead at 87, Howard Schnellenberger.
Schnellenberger.
The Schnellenberger
Sounds
Field.
German to me, man.
Birthdays. We'll do birthdays next. And I did this one. This one's for you. I'm gonna test your Yankee fandom.
Oh God.
It feels like something.
There's so much in Yankees lore. Come on.
Born in 1878. How's that for a start?
Jesus.
Hall of Fame manager, World Series winning manager, 1923, 1927, 1928, six-time champion of the American League as manager of the New York Yankees.
Who was it?
Who was it?
Was it Babe Ruth?
Nope. It's the manager.
Babe
In the
Ruth
20s.
Babe Ruth was the manager at one
Yeah,
point.
not for this stretch.
I thought you were trying to trick me on that.
No, I don't. I was curious to see. I'd never heard of him.
Dude, I don't
Okay,
know.
I was curious to see Miller Huggins. Miller Huggins.
Can we get some of these old school names back again? Because this is awesome.
That's a solid
we got
name, isn't it?
Schnellenberger and now Miller Huggins.
Yeah, Miller Huggins, you saying?
Miller Huggins coming out on the boards. He's
Miller
arguing
Huggins.
up and he's kicking the dirt on the plate. Oh!
Leading the Bronx Bombers on their road trip all the way from Philadelphia to Cleveland. Also born on this day, Kel Yarborough, NASCAR Cup Series champion throughout the 70s, multiple-time Daytona 500 winner.
Looks like Michael Jordan's taking over the sport.
Yeah, he is. Michael Jordan is the new Kel Yarborough. Born 1963. I did this one for LG and his Eagles fandom. I guess Carl as well with Schoning's Philadelphia connections. Born 1963. One of the only Philadelphia Eagles players I've ever really, really enjoyed as a fan.
Reggie White.
Close. The great Randall Cunningham.
Oh, Cunningham.
Yeah.
He did that scramble. He could scramble.
The man who first threw bombs to Randy Moss in Minnesota
Yeah.
until Dante Culpepper took the job.
And realized I just got to put it around him. Just
Yeah, just in the area.
vicinity.
In the area.
In the vicinity.
Here's the baseball player I was telling you about. Do you remember, born on this day, 1979, an American baseball outfielder? He was an all-star 2 years, 2011 and 2013. In 2013, 13 years ago, it wasn't that long ago,
Okay.
he was the Silver Slugger Award winner and the National League batting champion.
National League.
He led the National League in batting average 13 years ago. Played for the Twins and Rockies. He won the batting title with the Rockies.
What was that masher? What was that masher in
It's
the
a
Rockies?
name I had complete. It's not Larry Walker. It's not, any of your other.
There was a
masher.
Oh my God. No, I don't have it. Who is it?
Michael Kadire. I had this is kind of like we, on Tuesday, it was Templeton, the old Padres.
Yeah.
And I was like, Templeton was a 3-time Silver Slugger winner? I don't remember that. I don't remember Michael Kadire being the NL batting champion, but I verified. And
back then, I didn't pay attention to NL too much.
To NL?
Yeah.
Elsewhere.
Because it was all AL. AL, except for the Cardinals, would always win every once in a while, but it was like AL was on a good stretch.
Oh, Far West Texas. That was a good guess. Todd Helton. No, it wasn't Todd Helton. Wasn't, what's his name? Bichette.
Yeah.
Papa Bichette in those Rockies teams. No, Michael Kadire. Also turning 40 on this day. One of the greatest goalkeepers of his generation. Longtime Bayern Munich goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer. And then last birthday, it's hard to believe that this dude is only 39 years old and he's been retired as long as he has. World Series champion in 2010, 2012, and 2014. Well, made it to the World Series. No, they won all those years. Yeah, 2010, 2012, 2014. 7-time All-Star, 2012 NL MVP, 2010 NL Rookie of the Year. He was Rookie of the Year in 2010, and then 2 years later was MVP.
Edmonds?
Nope. He's born in 87, so he's only 39 right now. And he's been retired for almost 5 years.
Wow. Baseball usually got length.
He is the team president.
Buster Posey?
Buster Posey. Good pull. Very good. Do you know Buster's first name? His real first name?
All I know for him is he took away the greatest play in baseball, just railroading the catcher. All because he got his leg broken after MVP year.
Well, he'd probably still be playing if that hadn't happened.
Man. You railroad the catcher. It was the greatest play in baseball. I will forever hate you, Buster.
Yeah, I do kind of miss it. Well, you'll forever hate Gerald Posey.
Gerald.
Gerald.
Yeah, you're Gerald now.
Another one for you. First of all, sports on this day. 1939, as I'm rushing out to go watch the Duke game, the first NCAA men's basketball championship game was held. Oregon beat Ohio State. The final score,
Wow.
46-33. Remember.
So it was Houston and Illinois all over again.
Exactly. It was 1939. That was high scoring. This one's for you. 1945, the
You
seventh.
act like I'm 80 years old. What is this?
The seventh NCAA men's basketball championship. The Oklahoma State Cowboys
First back-to-back champions.
That's right. Beat NYU 49-44. Bob Kurland was the tournament's most outstanding player. And then lastly, on this day, a record was set that would last until 2023 when 70,000 people filed into the Alamo Dome to watch the Spurs take on the Warriors. That thus breaking the NBA's highest attended regular season game in league history.
We filed in the Alamo Dome, not
Spurs set the record in 2023. They had over 70,000 people
Oh yeah, I remember
for that game. Exactly. Remember it now?
Yeah.
What was it? Criss Cross performed at halftime or something like that.
Crisscross make you wanna.
On this
Jump.
day,
If you don't say the second one, we're not copyrighted.
fair. On this day, I don't remember this as a kid. It was 98, so I would have been 12 years old. Bulls played the Hawks in the Georgia Dome in Atlanta and had a crowd of 62,000, just over 62,000 people. And again, when people try to tell you how great 90s basketball was, final score of that game was 89-74. Bulls win.
Half court game, baby.
That record held until 2023 when the Spurs.
Until our awesome Alamo Dome that needs no reconstruction, no renovations.
The Alamo Dome grows on you. It's got a certain je ne sais quoi that is unmatchable.
It's like, hey, walk down the stairs and walk up some stairs.
Yeah, then maybe for the hell of it, go do it again as soon as you get on the other side of the train tracks. LG, get us out of here. Cap, tell the good people how to get a hold of you.
Hold on, I've got one.
Oh, I like it.
I know you said you didn't want to end on death, but I'm going to end on death.
Yeah.
Do we have Breaking Death?
Yeah, we have Breaking Death. R.I.P. to a Mr. James Tolkien.
Oh, the Lord of the Rings?
No,
No.
Mr. Strickland from Back to the Future has passed away.
Oh. R.I.P. King.
I didn't
Pour
know
one
he
out.
was still
At the ripe
alive.
age of 94.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say.
God.
How old was he in Back to the Future? I mean, he already looked
he
60.
Well, who was the he reminded me of Mr. Was it Hoyer? No, who was the guy in MacArthur that used to-
DeGrove.
DeGrove. Yeah.
No, that was Driscoll.
Yeah. I thought Hoyer was Driscoll and went to MacArthur.
He
earlier.
did, but DeGrove was Driscoll.
DeGrove was Driscoll, but I'm talking about MacArthur, who was like
I don't know who that was.
not Dunlop. Oh man, he was a hard ass. It reminded me of Mr. Strickland. That's all it was. It was just he would stop fights by picking up kids by like one arm each, and he was like an old man. We're like, how are you doing this?
James Tolkien was also in one of the greatest superhero movies ever made, the great Pulp Fiction comic, Dick Tracy.
Oh, nice.
He's in that as well.
Great
What
one.
year
Wait.
did
Well,
what-
you can get a hold of me at
what year did Back to the Future come out? 1985? He was
No,
born
89.
85. I'm looking at it.
What?
This dude was born in 31, so 41, 51, 61.
Yo, he looked good for his
81.
age. But
Yeah, he was 54, 55 years old in the first Back to the Future.
that's not bad.
No, that's not bad at all. Pour one out for the great James Tolkien. No connection to J.R.R. Tolkien. I thought we really had news where it was like, how the hell is Tolkien still alive?
I thought that was an old book.
Tell the
Yeah.
people how to get a hold of you, Cap.
You can hit me at the Captain's Chair 210 on X and Instagram, and then look at us and subscribe, please, to sportscave.live on mostly everything.
Yeah, and get find those reels we're putting out on YouTube. LG, when's the next stream? Have we figured that out?
Mañana en la noche.
Okay,
Oh,
LG's
buddy.
house streaming tomorrow. When's our next stream, fellas?
We good?
We're gonna do Tuesday, Thursday again?
No, we'll have to talk about that.
Ah, okay. Well,
Definitely not Tuesday and definitely not Wednesday.
so
And definitely not Monday.
Well,
TBD.
TBD.
For
Thursday
next
will
week.
be the first day I'm available.
Okay, well, we'll do Thursday at least. Back next week. Y'all enjoy the Sweet 16 games tonight. Enjoy the Spurs game tomorrow night. Be safe. Be good. Peace.
peace.
Kids, what do we say about drugs?
Only